Now, some people might argue, well, who wants to take trumpet lessons from their dad? You know, maybe they don't get along. Well, I mean, you can play devil advocate all you want with these two guys. The bottom line is, when you have a supernatural talent like Maynard Ferguson and Maurice Andre, a lot of it is talent. Yes, they did work and practice. But my friends, you're talking about two of the most talented trumpet players in the world, and there might be a lot of what they do that they don't even know how they do it themselves because they just have a natural talent. So that was Maynard Ferguson, couldn't teach his own son trumpet, had to send him away to be taught by somebody else. Maurice Andre, same thing. Had to send his son away to be taught by somebody else. So I hope that highlights and turns a light bulb that just because you're looking at someone and going, oh my God, they're such an awesome trumpet player, and the best in the world, I got to take lessons from that person. You might want to take a lesson just to say that you had a lesson with them, but here comes the point two of this discussion today. You can take lessons from them and expect to get great results as long as they have students that can demonstrate what they learned from them. So that's part two of this video. So part one was find a trumpet lesson teacher who is the expert at what you want to accomplish on trumpet. Right? We already discussed that. Number two would be to find a trumpet teacher who has demonstrated through his students or her students how well he or she teaches trumpet. And if you use this two-prong approach, you won't go wrong. But what you're going to do is you're going to become a little bit frustrated. For example, one of the most popular trumpet lesson teachers out there right now, and I'm not going to mention his name, but he does happen to live way down under from where we live here in the U.S. If you go to his site, it's got a ton of actually good information, good material. I don't doubt that he can actually teach, pretty decently. Also, he's a wonderful player. But if you notice on his site, he has a lot of accolades from famous trumpet players like Wayne Bergeron. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. I think Bobby Shew, Wayne Bergeron, Arturo Sandoval. Now, whenever I see that, I'm always suspect of it, because did Arturo take this guy's courses and go through it and make sure they're up to snuff and that students can learn? He sure as hell didn't. Did Wayne Bergeron do that? No. Did Bobby Shew go through his stuff and spend 2, 3, 4 weeks on it just to make sure? No, he didn't. What likely happened is that this particular individual knows these high caliber celebrity trumpet players, and it's called the Good Old Boys Club. They're friends. They know how each other plays. They know each other's personalities, and you got a little back slapping, right? A little elbow rubbing. And they might have just checked his stuff out briefly and said, yeah, we know this guy. He's a great trumpet player. Yeah, obviously this stuff looks good. We're going to say this stuff is great, and they're going to put their John Hancock on it. That doesn't mean that the stuff actually is going to help you reach your goals. You need to have something different. So when you're looking at trumpet lessons and trumpet teachers, especially online, I guess it doesn't even really matter, in person, you want to make sure there are students that have taken lessons from this particular individual and can demonstrate what they learned, what they achieved. That is really highly critical. It's much more critical than having Arturo Sandoval pat him on the back and say, yeah, good job, man, this is some great stuff, awesome. Yeah, I mean, Good Old Boys Club, right? They know each other. Arturo didn't take his course, come on. Let's be real. So that is critical. So how do you do that? They call it product reviews or testimonials. Testimonials is kind of the old school way of doing it. Testimonials and product reviews. Now they break down into a couple different categories: written product reviews and written testimonies, or more lately it's video reviews. And which is the best? Video, of course. Because in a video review of a trumpet lesson teacher, you're going to be able to hear and watch the student talk about the course and play and show what they learned. That's really, really important. You can't really fake that, right? Now, I'm not saying that written testimonials are fake, because I have written testimonials and written product reviews on my site, There, subscribe, click on my website link, and go on to the next video. It's lovely out here. Have a great day.